It's going to be a big party for Pirate Nation tonight. The program takes a huge step forward, back-to-back bowl-eligible seasons, but more importantly, a bowl win. It may have taken 4 overtimes, but this one will always be remembered here in Greenville. The one knock on the Carolina Hurricanes over the last few postseasons has been their youth, but they are starting to get more experience, and of course, they still have 2 very reliable netminders. A win in today's Game 3 of the Super Regional over Texas would punch the Pirates' ticket to the College World Series for the first time ever. The Pirates are within striking distance of that top spot in the American, which is saying a lot considering ECU was picked to finish dead last in the AAC preseason poll. Pittsburgh ended the regular season losing 3 of their last 5 games. Meanwhile, flip side of things, Duke came into this game winning 6 in a row. And that cold will be a storyline over the course of the next few days. In fact, it's already derailed ECU's practice plans. It has been a historic weekend for the East Carolina baseball team. Last night they won a program record 20th straight game, and they did so in front of a record-breaking crowd. It's homecoming weekend here in Greenville. Some live music here at Free Food Friday, and of course, the homecoming activities all culminate tomorrow night at 7:30. We're about 40 games into the NHL season, and the Carolina Hurricanes are the hottest team in the league right now, having won 15 of their last 16 games. As we approach the All-Star break, the Canes will have one of their young stars representing the team down in Florida next month. Andrei Svechnikov has been chosen as an Eastern Conference All-Star for the first time in his young career. Today was media day for AAC basketball. East Carolina was chosen to finish dead last in the conference. The Navy midshipmen visiting on Military Appreciation Day. A really cool pregame scene as the Golden Knights came parachuting in. Of course, down in New Bern, the Bears and J.H. Rose went head-to-head tonight with first place in the Big Carolina 3A, 4A on the line. That's exactly what Coach Mike Krzyzewski has done with Duke. He's built a powerhouse with the Blue Devils and a home inside Cameron Indoor, a home he said goodbye to last night. If football is their business, Dowdy Ficklin is the office for the Ehlers family. For Holton, his arm and his legs are his tools. For his dad Morgan, it's his voice. Touchdown, Pirates! Morgan has been the PA announcer at ECU football games for the last 18 years.
Been doing it for a long time. It's just a lot of fun.
And a fun experience for his kids growing up.
You go sit with mom and the brothers in the stands, and you look up there, and usually before the game, my dad would call us and wave down to us, and that was always, super cool for us.
Fast forward, and Morgan is still in his seat in the press box, but now Holton is on the field, leading his hometown Pirates to another bowl berth as a 5th-year senior.
When you see him wearing that purple and gold, it's just you beam with pride.
I'm living what every kid in Greenville who has ever grown up in Greenville, I'm living their dream, and I'm living my dream too. So, it's sad it's coming to an end, but everything good comes to an end at some point. So just enjoying every single moment that I have.
Just like life, there's nothing guaranteed in football. So the Ehlers have made sure they take nothing for granted this season.
Never. Because it all ends one day.
It is definitely something when I'm going to look back at this, I'm like, that was pretty cool to have my dad call my name out.
Number 12, Holton Ehlers.
Holton has one last home game Saturday. One last chance to walk through the tunnel. One last chance to feel the rush of the home crowd as he takes the field. And one last chance to hear that familiar voice over the speakers.
Where it is a first down.
It will be emotional for my family and playing here one last time in the stadium that I really grew up in. Being the quarterback here and my dad announcing the games, my family being in the stands, it's going to be tough. And I think after the game, it's really going to hit me. Just got to try to focus on playing good, making it one good last memory here, and sending these fans and sending my family out with something that they can always remember.
Morgan has watched over Holton his entire life. Now he has one last game to watch over him from the press box. And despite his job revolving around putting words together, he has a hard time finding the right ones to describe his expectations for Saturday.
Tough. Tough.
Everything comes to an end, but there are a few things that will never change for Holton and Morgan. Their passion for football, their devotion to East Carolina, and the love of a father and a son.
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
The 3 pillars of life in Eastern North Carolina: faith, family, and football. Southside senior Shantez Clark has built his life on that foundation.
Started playing football, that was it. That was my love, man.
Shantez, or Tez as he's called, was ready for his senior season this fall. One last go-around with his teammates, his brothers.
1, 2, 3, house!
That all changed the morning of August 7th.
Started pushing from the back and put my car in neutral. And I knew people saw me. They man, they rolled past me. And the thing, you know, bam.
After he ran out of gas on Highway 17, Tez was pushing his car when he was hit by another driver. He broke his neck, nose, pelvis, and his left leg was severed off. Before he was rushed to the hospital, the son of a pastor did the only thing he could. He prayed.
When they told me what was going on, it tore a piece of my heart out.
Tez spent 13 days on life support and 2 months in the hospital. And against all odds, he pulled through.
I know God won't bring me this far just to leave me.
His battle to reclaim his life was just getting started, a battle he wasn't going to face alone. The Southside football team rallied around their captain, dedicating their season to him and printing Tez Strong shirts and selling Tez Strong wristbands to raise money for the family.
See them put SC on the back of like helmets and make shirts and, you know, put out a season for me, you know, it give me strength.
It's great having that shirt on to play for him and show our support and love.
The Seahawks are 7-1, off to their best start in 6 seasons. And while Tez is sidelined, his work can still be seen on the field.
They knew how hard Tez worked, and we've got to match that this year. So, you know, they've used it and spun it the best they can.
The accident took many things from Tez, but it couldn't take his life, his faith, or his family.
Knowing that he's with me every time I step on the field or warming up or anything, it's just great because I feel like he's there with us all the time. And I feel like we're missing one of our brothers when we're on the field, but he's really there with us in our hearts.